Hi, I'm John Fitzgerald and welcome to this week's edition of Team Wealth Builders. I want to talk to you about one thing, probably the most important thing in your wealth building journey, maybe even in your life journey, and there's mentors, coaches, so to speak. If you were to say to me, John, what's the one thing that made a difference to you and your success? It's that mentor. And I've had a number of mentors throughout the period, and I wrote about it in the Custodian magazines. My mentors not only are wealthy people, but they're people of strong character and strong discipline. And what you learn off mentors isn't what to do or how to do it, you learn habits. And it's so interesting because when I talk to Australians about wealth building, they seem to happily get advice from all sorts of people who haven't actually done what they're telling you to do. To me, that's crazy. I started in this business when I was 17. My first mentor, George Marcolis, been in the business for over 20 years and made more than $20 million in his time. Not what to do, not how to do it, teaches me the habits, the daily habits. And it's important you build that relationship with your mentors. Now, I think about it, and I give you the analogy of, say you're looking at a coach for a football team. So, we have three options. We have coach number one, who's never actually played the game himself, but might know a lot and might be able to talk the talk and tell great stories, and he might be even a great student of the game, but never actually played the game. Then you've got the second person, someone who's played the game, passionate about it, maybe had some success as a player. And then the third one, someone who's played the game, had some success, won premierships, and then coached and had some success and won some premierships. Which coach do you choose? Well, the answer is obviously coach number three. Why? Because he's got the track record. And I use that example when I talk about, when people say to me, John, why would, I look at Custodian? And it's crazy to me. It's like, why did I choose my mentor or my mentors choose me? I chose him because he'd been in the business for 20 years and made more than $20 million. To me, it's the numbers that count, rather than the talk, the stories and all that sort of thing. Now, what I do as your coach, I keep you focused. I keep you focused on three numbers that are important. And these are daily focus, by the way. What you want and where you're going. What you want to achieve. You've only got a small window of opportunity. That is your earning years to redivert your tax and put it into wealth building. If you've got 10 years, that might be 520 pay packets, or 260 if you get paid fortnightly. 260 opportunities to redivert your tax to wealth building. We've got clients who pay 2, 3, 4, 5% of their income in tax. But you've got to be focused. It's so important. Secondly, you need to know your borrowing capacity. I think, I talk about our clients all the time. What's your BC, your BC, BC? It's because it tells you where you're going and also what you need to be working towards. And thirdly, you need to manage and work your cash flow. Cash flow is key. Now, those three things are things that I talk to clients about specifically so we can focus on the numbers, but then it allows us then to lock into the data of what we want to achieve and how we're going to achieve it. So I just want to say to you, be careful who you get advice off, because there's lots of people out there running it. I don't take advice off many people at all. First and foremost, I make sure they've been doing it for 20 years, doing what they're telling me for 20 years. Otherwise, it's a theory. And from my perspective, I don't want to go with theories, I want to go with practical options and outcomes. They've been doing it for 20 years. Secondly, that they've been successful. And thirdly, that they have a proven strategy supported by mathematical data. My view, that's important, but the most important thing that you'll get off your mentor and someone who's been successful are their daily habits. That's what makes you successful, what you do every single day. And that'll remain impressed in having that focus. Thanks for listening to me.